Oh, is it 96?
Sound, do it, drew up the architecture of a dark collection when I threw up. Uncommon bombing place, it not a vomit situation, it's my wordplay. Curtains if I pick up a pen, a sort of stick up in sin, or transgression, well-worded murder, mesh with resurrection. Yes, I get them to blend with 4 packs of 2 relax with dope nuts for pretty femmes to go nuts as cashews with cashews nasty. The more racks to blow up, I know has to show them that they're so blessed to go with us. I'm glad you asked me. The confirmation and the confidence in the mind of getting pressed against the free divine, him being the plug. As for seeing the thug or the husband in the husband, I'm expecting a mean mug and a Kanye shrug.
I really know you're not playing with anything you're saying, but you gotta understand it's really hard to conceive. They're not used to seeing that off lid. Imagine being the news and black coffee.
Smite with biting a bagel, well buttered in the sipping of my orange juice, pouring loose strands of a caper as a warden and draper, in accordance with my style and smiling increase. For the barista hands me the paper, fit for making the first page, due in a burst rage unfolded, and the globe that sold it had to report in attempt to extort the economical bludgeon, went nudging the fudge judgment of the media sword, crashing math of a caffeine that's rushing through the bloodstream. My flood seems to need mud to run a regime, and from the virgin with oil, royal clergymen and dirty merging murder scenes with bourbon, Colombian beans, medallion mafia, and as Italian coffee abounds, the macchiato with a Marciano beat to the ground. A 1-2 punch at once through lunch and twice a supper if the cuppers wish I run a dish to reap it in pounds.
I really know you're not playing with anything you're saying, but you gotta understand it's really hard to conceive. They're not used to seeing that off lid. Imagine being the news and black coffee.
As the black is more, I furnish more of a pour than a convenience store, and I'm seen as more friendly than at a mom and pop local shop. The franchise, be it land-wise, I'm funning with some glam thighs and gunning with throats, so when the vocals drop, it's evidence that even with the better rights from black stains, my meta dance and back pains of letter fat stack. It's offense or defense, the coffee bids will be sense, so every letter back slack will never set a prince. And I crown king, so whether a brown thing or licorice sweet, it's proof that every nigga wish I would fail, but that's the benefits of being the bean lord, with sort of a badging of me having the hottest pot would entail. Touch me only if you could handle knowing this. Heat drips for each one, personal steams and multiple streams, from the sipping of the king and his queens who intercedes because they see me in their papers, magazines, and their dreams.
I really know you're not playing with anything you're saying, but you gotta understand it's really hard to conceive. They're not used to seeing that off lid. Imagine being the news and black coffee. I really know you're not playing with anything you're saying, but you gotta understand it's really hard to conceive. They're not used to seeing that off lid. Imagine being the news and black coffee. I really know you're not playing with anything you're saying, but you gotta understand it's really hard to conceive. They're not used to seeing that off lid. Imagine being the news and black coffee.
Yeah.